Hi, I'm Joan Gill, Director of Student Wellbeing at Geelong College, and our college-wide program TripleR looks to develop the skills around resilience, around being more reflective of our behaviour and our learning, and also looking at what makes strong, healthy relationships. We decided we'd talk to some Year 10 students about what healthy friendships and relationships look like. What they're telling us is that relationships need work and that boys and girls will relate differently to each other. And they're also telling us how they're starting to apply that awareness in their own relationships with their peers. These sorts of conversations are empowering because they're going to help our young people develop really satisfying, healthy, happy lives.
So do you think that people of your age have a good attitude towards relationships?
Yeah. I definitely think that most people in our year, especially with all the programs we've done ever since junior school, every year we nearly have a program to do with healthy relationships and stuff like that. So I think our year has a very good understanding on how healthy relationships should work, and that what you should do to make a relationship work.
I guess a relationship where you can see the trust in people, would you feel?
Definitely.
And just the people that you can tell they respect each other and that they always work things out, and even in every relationship there is going to be disagreements and things that you don't see eye to eye on, but the healthy relationships are the ones that work past that, and I guess relationships that bounce back from hardships.
Both people are respecting each other. They're both very happy all the time.
And I'd also probably say honesty is a really big key, because if you're honest with your friends or your partner, you can kind of get past whatever you're struggling with, because you both know that you're honest about what you're talking about. I'd probably say the ones we have the most fun with, because I think we're at the stage where we're starting to get into a bit of schoolwork and a lot of stress is happening, especially with exams coming up soon. I think it's good to have a relationship where you can just kind of let your hair down and just have fun and just talk about funny things and just have laughs. So.
Girls and boys, Ella, do you think?
Well, personally, I think, more of a relationship where you can be open with the person and tell them what you're going through and how you're feeling. I think, just that's more important than just someone to have fun with or whatever, but that's definitely a part of it. But I do think that it needs to be someone who you can bounce off each other.
Definitely that you can have fun together and that you're not stressed about how you feel, that you're just relaxed and can have a good time, and there's respect and loyalty and just nice to each other.
I think with boys it can be a bit rough and tough sometimes. You can't, I personally don't really open up a lot to the boys because it's just not what I do. But when I look at girls, I see that they get really emotional with their friends and they really like to talk about how they're feeling, whereas I think with the boys it just doesn't really happen as often.
Yeah. I definitely think, when at lunch or whatever, the boys just generally talk about trivia. They don't talk about anything really. They, always go out on the footy field, do whatever. But I think from looking at the girls, they're generally always, grouped together and they're always talking. Yeah, I'm not inside the conversation, so I don't really know, but from just looking at it, it looks as if they open up to more people, as where the boys may only open up to a couple. I'm not sure.
So how does that set you up to have a relationship potentially with girls going forward?
Well, I guess you kind of have to learn on the go. You're not really used to it. You don't you're not kind of expecting it when you first go into it, but then after a while, I think you just kind of realise that it's not really a big deal. Just talk about how you feel and how they feel, and like, you know, you got to trust them and that they're going to do the right thing by you, and they're trusting you that you're going to do the right thing by them. So
If you were, you know, just going into just a friend relationship with a boy and a girl, I feel as if you'd open up more because it's someone different to speak to. You know, like you might speak to them about different matters or whatever, and things that are not just things that don't really matter.
Like sometimes if I'm ever having like, not like a tough day, but I'm just like sick of hearing about, I don't know, just like stereotypical girl things. It's just good to have a talk to the boys because they're so different and they have
Less drama.
completely different views. It's crazy.
I think it's harder to see when things aren't right because, especially in girls, it can mainly be exclusion. That's probably one of the main things, and like comments behind other people's back, and you know, it's kind of those
sort of backstabbing.
So it's not as hard to see, I feel.
Whereas compared to, say, some male relationships, they're very upfront about their feelings. Well, not about their feelings, but they can get more physical about it. Whereas, ours is more like, for girls, it stereotypically is like, just the small things that,
And how does that make you feel when things like, when you're either seeing things like that or experiencing things like that?
It's really hard. Like, you know, everyone, a lot of people talk about each other behind their backs, and it's hard to just sit there and listen to it because, you know, when you stand up for the person, then they just retaliate and just say more things, so it's really hard. And it's like, do you want to sacrifice yourself for the sake of someone else? And it's really hard to find that fine line in between.
And because everyone's got different opinions, so for one person to be upset about something, someone else might not be upset about that. Just because, everyone's different, everyone's got different beliefs, so that can make it hard.
Yeah, and just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean you have to believe the same thing as them. Like,
And so when, you know, it's not going well, what do you do?
It's hard. It's really hard. And, you know, there's lots of different options, like try and hang out with different kind of people or talk to someone about it that you trust. But it's hard, like when, you know...
When you don't know who to trust.
And your friendships are falling apart. Like, it's tricky. And it's not like just something you can make go away.